to kind of pick 3 books out of a lifetime of reading is a fairly kind of tough thing to do, so I was trying to find some kind of theme to pin them around. And I was thinking about the books that kind of made me the writer that I am. And firstly, I think of myself as a novelist. I've got this quote from Milan Kundera's The Art of the Novel that sets the scene. He said that the conventional form, grounded exclusively in a character's adventure and content with the mere narration of that adventure, limits the novel, reduces its cognitive capacities. The novel has an extraordinary power of incorporation, whereas neither poetry nor philosophy can incorporate the novel can incorporate both poetry and philosophy without losing thereby its identity, which is characterised precisely by its tendencies to embrace other genres, to absorb philosophical and scientific knowledge. Now, that might be a rather overblown way to introduce a children's book about rabbits. But if you've read Watership Down, you'll know that his rabbits are no fluffy Moxie cottontails in waistcoats. They're frightened wild creatures surrounded by predators and fleeing from the destruction of their home and the massacre of everybody that they know. And one of the things that I think is absolutely fantastic about the book, certainly reading it as a child, is the way that Adams doesn't patronise his young readers at all. The unsentimental and flinching way that the novel deals with the physical realities of death and reproduction and excretion is just absolutely extraordinary, I think. And there are many other reasons to love this novel. The extraordinary gripping adventures the rabbits undergo, the depth of characterisation, that he makes his rabbits in many ways more human than a lot of human characters that I've read. And one of the things that as the years goes on seems to me more and more extraordinary about the book is that the leader of the rabbits is not the strongest or the fastest or the cleverest, but he's the one with the quiet courage and conviction whose moral compass kind of guides them to their eventual safety. There are subtleties about the book which I didn't even come close to picking up on as a child. There are many influences from classical literature. The plot is by and large a mixture of the Aeneid and the Odyssey. But the reason that I picked it is going back to that quote about the novel and its ability to embrace other genres. The narrative is interspersed with stories told by one of the rabbits, which are their fairy tales, stories about their mythical trickster god La Prera. And those stories kind of counterpoint the main narrative, they comment on it and critique it. And they also provide a mythology which underpins the rabbit society and explains their values and their worldview. And it's really an extraordinary creation, I think, for a children's book. And that idea of stories within stories and the way that they can help to build a bigger and more complex fictional universe also characterises my second choice, which is 1001 Nights. It's very